There is much more going on than meets the eye. The adventure begins here.
Cool.
And that's how trades are done on CS Money. With Hellcase multi-cases, you're no longer restricted by random case opening mechanisms. Now, you are able to pick any of the cells containing skins and actually determine what you win. Use the promo code and dive right in.
Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to our second map of the best of 3 series. Of course, it's now going to be the map pick of Vitality. It will be Overpass, and something tells me that if anything we can learn from the previous matchup, this could be a quick one. But we'll see how it's going to turn out here for NoChance. Pretty early on here, they're investing in a decent amount of utility here for Crystal. The rest of the guys will just be opting to go for armor, and same goes in fact for the Vitality guys. Just going to be going with the straight up armor investment. Probably will be seeing some engagements here towards connectors. Apex this year is definitely hearing a lot of footsteps coming his way. So it looks like he will decide to back away. Play this one a bit more safe here, Apex. You don't necessarily have to die that early, and he will be able to back away. But Zivu, though, going to continue on holding off. There's one tap for him. It looks like there's going to be a lot more players coming his way, but even he wants to try and play this one quite safe. Doesn't necessarily have to give up his life right about now, but NoChance. You can continue on with the palm side push, and it's looking pretty good right now for NoChance. They have been able to penetrate this B-side defensive, and of course, if anything, there's only 2 more players remaining here for Vitality, as of course, Apex and Zivu. They're moving in. A lot of footsteps being made here by Apex, and Proman, yes, he will get the better of Apex. But of course, Zivu, though, can't really say this is an unwinnable scenario for him. But of course, even he has to realize the odds are pretty stacked against him. And not having the fuse kit does make things a little bit more difficult. And the fact that he has to face 2 players from 2 different angles does make things pretty bad for him. And there we go. There's the first round here for NoChance. Pretty simple stuff. But it did work out for them on that B offensive. It was a pretty good push there on the B bomb side, as they were able to pretty early on there to actually take down RPK and NBK. But right now, of course, if anything, Vitality, they're not going to be going for standard eco. Oh, no. They want to be going for the force spike. We can see that they have decided to invest in some of these upgraded pistols. The MP90 here in the hands of Zivu. NBK with the scout. I wonder where NBK is going to be stationed with that weapon of his. I do believe he's out there towards long, so it's definitely not a bad position to be holding with the scout. It's just that there is one slight problem there for NBK. That he can get very easily flanked by one of these NoChance players. Because him being the only guy there towards the A bomb side, it's going to make it very difficult on the hold there on the A side. But it doesn't look like that necessarily NoChance can be committed to the A bomb side just yet. In fact, they're going to be testing out the waters here towards B monster. They have been able to sneak past through, however. They should realize the fact that there's definitely a couple of these Vitality players. And would you look at that, slowly but surely, they actually even have a pretty good setup here. Zivu alongside RPK. If necessary, there's Apex to back him up right behind the barrels. But we can see that this is some patient stuff here from Vitality. They're not really committing. They're just going to wait here for NoChance to try to make the first move. But of course, Once the flash has ran in over to the bomb site, it's going to be obvious what's going on. Look at the noise being made here by the NoChance players. Of course, they're going to continue on pushing on this bomb site. There's still a couple of Vitality players here, so they might just be able to stop this one, but it's going to be so difficult. Happy right behind. Short does find the kill on Michael L. There's Apex right now with a 5-7 of his. He finds the kill, but he's solo in HP, and there's Nukia right behind the pillar to get that last kill. So yes, that was a pretty good push hit there by NoChance. It obviously was the majority of the Vitality players stationed at the B bomb site, so they more or less have run into a stack, but as we saw there from NoChance, they were able to find all the necessary kills, and they didn't get absolutely crushed there by the pistols. Which is definitely a possibility once you're walking into stacks like that. It is also quite interesting that the NoChance guys actually decided to go for the full-on monster push. I personally don't necessarily like when teams on the terror side of Overpass just decide to group up and hit the B monster area. I definitely prefer when, pardon me, I definitely prefer when teams actually have a couple of guys coming out from monster, a couple of guys from short. When you just have all the players coming in from one angle, it is obviously very easily for someone like Happy to do some serious work there from short. There are still some Vitality players on the bomb site itself. They could even easily crush their NoChance, and we actually even saw they ended up surviving that round, sure, but they only had only 2 players remaining. So it does look like, in this scenario, the NoChance guys, they realize that they have the rifles here. They should be able to win a lot of these engagements more often than not against the pistol guys, so they have decided to go towards long. So far, they have been opposed, though Crystal has been softened up by that P250 of Apex. So I would presume right now NoChance might just commit to this A bomb site, as they have the weaponry necessary to do so, and in fact the majority of players will be coming out from long. Will Crystal look? Yes, he will. He will find the kill on Happy. Unfortunately, two players remaining here for Vitality, and there we go. Every single player goes down, and that is in fact a pretty clean eco round for NoChance. They don't end up losing a single guy, which means that they will have some more extra money moving forward. They will even have a bit of a buffer zone, I guess we could say. That worst case scenario, if they end up losing a round, they should still have a decent amount of money built up from those 3 previous rounds. Right now, this is where things do get interesting, as both teams have proper investments in this round. Zivu, of course, on the sniper rifle. NBK's nade does actually tag Nukia a little bit. Can't really see that's the most amount of damage being dealt, but Crystal, though, where on earth is Crystal stationed at? As he's somehow only left on 16 points of health. Something tells me that might have Zivu might have actually gotten the tag there in Crystal. There's, of course, again, lonesome NBK holding off this A bomb site. Now looks like he has his teammate to help him out, Apex. But of course, if NBK ends up falling here at the first line of defense, it could spell disaster here for Vitality. Right now, they have deployed a decent amount of utility here on the A side, NoChance, but they're not committing to the bomb site just yet. In fact, if anything, they may be hoping to expect, yes, some of these Vitality players to try and gather intel. NBK does end up going down. And with that kill working out here for NoChance, they might just even continue on moving forward on this bomb site. NoChance, though, actually, no. Rad won't get the kill on Apex. So it does look like right now Vitality going to continue on with the retake here. It's not going to be too easy for them, as NoChance will be able to plant the bomb. A boost coming in here by Zivu. He won't be able to see a damn thing as the smoke is blocking off his vision. And yup, he still somehow finds the kill on Nukia. And right now, the push is going to continue on. Michael L right behind Optimus Prime is able to get that kill. It's not over just yet here for Vitality. They have to hurry up though, as they don't seem to have a defuse kit in their pockets. So it means that they have to try to get the defuse right in. RPK now left in one-on-one against Crystal. And Crystal playing this one to perfection. Right now he's going to move on in and... oh, there you go. Crystal still finds a kill on RPK. And there's now the 4th round here for NoChance. In fact, this is somehow looking like a pretty decent game here for NoChance. They're just coming out of the gates swinging. They have been able to get these 4 rounds in a row. That's pretty great here for NoChance. Especially if we compare to the very first map, thus too. So it's obviously looking like a much better game right now from NoChance. And the fact is, here on the terrorist side, them acquiring 4 rounds, they might just be able to get the 5th one right here. Vitality waiting for the force spy here. It's obviously not looking that great, but they do have some of those weapons to work with. So Ziva's definitely hearing a couple of those guys to short, and with the MP9, he actually gets the headshot on Rad. That is a decent amount of damage being dealt, and I think if Michael Ellis somehow gets the kill on Apex, which sadly he doesn't, I would still think that Vitality guys, whoop, happy finding the kill on Crystal, trying to swing around on the second guy, but this is still going to be quite a difficult hold here for Apex. I mean, oh, he actually kills Chroman, and that's the bomb now being dropped. Forget what I said, this could still work out here for Vitality. Because right now Apex alongside MBK, they continue on with their hold. The bomb is obviously dropped it on the bomb side, so it has to be recovered here by NoChance. Some good damage being dealt. Apex and MBK somehow end up winning it. That's actually not too bad here for Vitality. Would you look at that? They somehow end up winning it. And that's going to be the first round here for the Frenchman. So this round right here might have actually put a spanner in the works here. NoChance. As at one point, things were looking so good here for the European mix, but after losing a round like that, I mean, I think they might be a bit dissatisfied with their approach in the round previously. Let's see how they can actually approach this round, as they're definitely taking their sweet time actually acquiring this map control. Around the 1 minute and 10 second marks, they're finally going to be able to come out of here from the connector area. But really NoChance when try to go. It's not really sure just yet, as we see that Rad alongside his teammate. I think that's Chroman, isn't it? Actually, no, that's Crystal alongside him. They might be content with making sure there's not a single Vitality player here in the toilets area. But as they are clearing out this part of the map right now, it's still important to note that some of the Vitality players, in fact, even one of them trying to get some of these early kills here towards toilets, he does have his teammate MBK to back him up, and there's still some good trades here for NoChance. In fact, looks like Zivo, even he's going to try to back away, tailgate out of there, as I want to continue on pushing forward. This is still, I'd say, not too bad scenario here for the NoChance players. It's still a 4-2. And with those 3 players here, they might just try to push this on the bomb side. Chroman, some great movement from him, and would you look at that? Only 8 seconds remaining, and looks like NoChance will be able to plant the bomb here. Of course, Zivu here, close by. Should probably wait for his teammate, and yeah, he ends up dying to the hands of Nukia. And now it's all up to Apex, and Michael chimes in. And now NoChance have 5 rounds, and with that being said, I think the economy is looking pretty poor here for Vitality. And as we can see, that's pretty much the case. Some of these guys are sitting on the $1,700 mark. So it's not too good here for the Frenchmen. But, you know, them being them, yeah, I'm not too surprised them going for the force spy. Admittedly, in the first map here for Best of 3 series on Dust 2, they were able to find a decent amount of success. So, looks like they're just going to continue on moving forward with them pistols of theirs. Again, it's been primarily this sort of setup here from Vitality, where they have one player, which is at this point NBK, holding off here towards the A bomb side, whereas the majority of the guys are stationed towards B. And interestingly enough, they do change things up just a little bit by having some of the guys push up through monsters. So this will actually force one of the guys to rotate back towards the A bomb side, and I think they're going to continue on moving forward. But I think with that being said, I think Chroman is able to hear a decent amount of footsteps there. Just gonna have to be a bit more careful there towards connector. right now, it looks like the majority of the Vitality players have actually rotated here towards A bomb site. So if anything, this is going to be a bit of a stack here, and NoChance walking straight into it. I think that on the back of it, they might just try to hit this B bomb, so it seems to be the case. Now they're regrouping, going to be making their way towards that B bomb site. This is where the NoChance players will be able to plant the bomb. As they're clearing out the bomb site, they will be very much surprised to see not a single player here from Vitality. And of course, right now, this Molotov being thrown out, it will deter any Vitality players to push forward on this retake, which it will be quite difficult. We can see that Apex has recovered the rifle, and it kind of looks like that Vitality will just try to save the guns they have here. Well, shall I say, the pistols they have here and the Kevlar. Which, of course, if they end up saving these invested pistols, they can still keep them into the next round. Which, obviously, for the remaining Vitality players, will just have to be a full-on eco. Seems to be like we're going to be seeing the NoChance player playing this one pretty safe. They don't necessarily have to walk into stack here, but it looks like NoChance, that's what they're going to do right now. They're slowly but surely shifting towards this B bomb site. Of course, all the players coming in from Monster, which does mean that Vitality will still end up falling here. Of course, RPK, Zevu can't stand here against the likes of Chrome, and he's able to find some crucial entry frags, and Happy does end up dropping the bomb. But this does mean that Happy, in this scenario, yes, his position has been spotted out, and it looks like NBK now left with the ESP. This does mean that, yes, there's a 7th round here for NoChance, and at the very least, we will be able to see a decent investment here from Vitality. The guys will actually, yeah, they will be able to purchase those in force. Though it is important to note that no sniper rifle here in the hands of Zevu, which is, I'd say, quite a bit of a shame. But even with the rifles, Vitality should be quite a dangerous opponent here for NoChance. But we can see that, interestingly enough, even though this matchup has been, well, at least it looked very favorable for Vitality, on the second map in particular, we can see that NoChance has even acquired more rounds here at the first half of Overpass than the entirety of rounds they acquired on Dust 2. So that is pretty weird when you think about it. I think a lot of you guys were also anticipating this to be a pretty one-sided affair for Vitality, but definitely struggling coming into this matchup. Oh, Crystal gets naded by, I think, his own grenade there. Ends up throwing it down to make the purchase of the Molotov. Right now, NoChance going to be going for a very fast push here at the bomb site. A lot of utility deployed. Smokes that going to deter any from the Vitality players from pushing forward, but there's still Roman finding the kill. Of course, the bomb will go down here, or will it? RPK finding 2 massive scalps. And it looks like my Kalele alongside Nukia is going to have to wait for some of these smoke grenades to fade. And then they can think of what are we going to try to do in order to win this round. Of course, Veer, Michael, and Nukia have to try to get some of these frags in, which ain't going to be too easy, you might say. Flash raining in. Michael can't see a damn thing. And now it's all up to Nukia to try to get this one in. But as we can see, it will be quite the difficult affair. You have all 4 Vitality players just stationed on this B bomb site. Nukia moving in. Does see Happy though, who is actually quite a low HP player. He doesn't really have to peek into this scenario. And yeah, most importantly, what makes things worse here for Nukia in this position is the fact that this bomb being dropped there towards the barrels. So of course, if he wants to try to recover the bomb, he needs to find every single kill, but it's very hard if you're going up against the likes of RPK. And that will be Vitality's 2nd round. It's been a long time coming, but they finally do have at least 2 more rounds to work with here. But this being the CD side of Overpass, it's obviously not looking too good here for Vitality. They want to try to acquire as many consecutive rounds as they can here on the CD side. Otherwise, this could actually be a pretty good half here for NoChance. Them now, actually, when you think about it, them now having 7 rounds of Terrorcide isn't too bad here. Imagine if they're able to get a couple more, and you could definitely call it a good half here for NoChance. But of course, they're still going to be going up the likes of Vitality, who are playing in a pretty similar setup as they've been playing so far on the first half here. But we can see that there's going to be a bit more emphasis on that B-side defensive, I think. Because NBK alongside Zivu stationed on the A-bomb side. Oh, Mike Lilla. Quite close and maybe trying to get some damage dealt, but won't succeed just yet. Oh, he actually gets the tag on Apex. Some good shots there from Michael. Not really sure if NoChance is going to continue on with this B-bomb side push. But they do have the likes of Chroman here, whom I think is going to try to get a late lurk in the round once the players actually make a successful push on the A-bomb side. Or he can do that and try to get a kill, which he does succeed somehow. And right about now, this could actually force off a rotate, but we can still see there's still 2 players there on this A-bomb side. Still at the B-bomb side here, NBK now trying to get an early kill here, but as we can see, there's Nukia from long. Now it's all up to Zivu here on the A-bomb side. Of course, the bomb will go down, or will it? In fact, he at least stops it for a couple more seconds, but if anything, NoChance will continue on planting the bomb. And we can just see that Happy and Apex, they're out of this one. They don't even want to try to go for the retake here. They realize how awful it is to try and retake this 3-on-2 scenario, and with them not having the fuse kits to work with as well. So yes, it will be just a save here for Vitality. And their money situation is going to be in a pretty poor place right now. I think with the 2 rifles being saved here, I wouldn't be too surprised if Vitality do end up going for the force spike here. I'd say that's maybe even the obvious choice to go for if you're Vitality. You're going to realize that the first half, it's coming to a close, and you need to start winning some rounds here. And obviously the best way to do it is to try and have some sort of investment here. Which I think, yeah, Happy if he wants, he can draw a rifle for his teammates. Same goes for Apex. And they should have a somewhat decent force spike, I'd say. Especially because they have been pretty prone to go for these force spike Vitality, as is the French attitude. Oh, okay. Haven't seen too many of these, for good reason, because they did win the first map in a pretty significant margin. But now we do get to see a tactical pause come in here for Vitality. Obviously, as far as I heard, I do believe the coaches that have joined the Vitality roster are some French casters, if I recall that correctly. That's actually pretty interesting. So, looks like it was a pretty swift tactical timeout. So I guess they're going to continue on with the force spray here for Vitality. And see how it's going to work out for them. We can see that, well, they got some rifles to work with, so I guess it's not too bad here for the Frenchmen. They also have the fuse kit in the hands of Happy, so there's something. There's RPK seeing a couple of these players towards Monster, but it doesn't look like he'll try to get that kill just yet, or in fact NoChance. Not going to continue on moving forward. It's interesting that they have allowed Lonesome Nuka to just try to roam around towards Fountain, maybe try to attract some attention from Vitality, but they're not even really too focused on that map control on the A-bomb side. Oh, there's the first kill for Crystal. Wouldn't be too surprised if NoChance at this point would just try to go for this bomb side push. Apex will be able to flash out RPK, but once the flash rains in, RPK will see so many players, or in fact he won't see too many of them. There's Michael with the op kill, and now it's all up to Apex trying to hold down this bomb side push, and he can't do a damn thing. There's Chroman just running and gunning with that rifle of his. This seems to be another round here for NoChance in the books. Zivu alongside NBK. I wouldn't be too surprised if they just decide to save their SMGs here. I mean, it's not a very good... it's not too good for Vitality to be saving those SMGs, but it's probably their best bet. They can't really try to go for the retake here, as it's already a 5-on-2 scenario. And the NoChance guy, at least Crowman, is trying to hunt them down. Right, it looks like Vitality is going to have to go for another standard eco here. Economically, they have been reset, and they only have the SMGs of the previous round to work with. That's one of the hands of Z with the MP9 and BK with that UMP of his. It's obviously not looking too good here for the French side, but in this sort of scenario, Z being stationed with the MP9 and connector, I mean, the good thing is that he will be able to rotate towards different parts of the map if necessary. But of course, him being there by his lonesome, it means that he has to be looking towards the long corridor there, as well as towards up as well. So it's obviously not a very good position there for Ziva to be in, but if he can get some kills here, in fact, if anyone can get kills here for Vitality, it might just be him. But if anything, we have to realize that so far he hasn't had the best of the game right now. There's, of course, Crowman able to overwhelm him. And like I said, I mean, such a difficult scenario for Ziva to be holding, because it has to be looking towards the upper part of connector as well as the lower one, and it's just so difficult. You can see that right now, NoChance closing in on this B bomb side, as well as nuke it towards A, so he's definitely hearing a couple of these players here. With the pistols, nuke, oh, actually falls to Apex's P250, but still not going to matter too much. Just the NoChance guys going to be able to plant the bomb here on the B site, and with that bomb being planted, it looks like it's going to be another round here in the books. NBK somehow wins that fight against Crystal. And well, looks like one AK-47 will be salvaged for Vitality, but that's about it, really. NBK still gets to keep his SMG, sure, but it's obviously not looking too good here for Vitality. In fact, this CT side is now looking pretty dreadful for them. I think on the very first half on the CT side of Dust 2, I think Vitality won, let me think, I think it was, yeah, 10 rounds for Vitality. And it was NoChance with 5, and right now the tables have turned. It's pretty much the best case scenario for Vitality is actually try to win 5 rounds on the CT side of Overpass. It is, of course, like their best bet. I'll see how it's gonna work out. As right now, the Frenchmen do decide to go for the force fire here. It's the obvious choice here. They won't actually have a single defuse kit in their possession. Oh, there you go. Good guy in BK. Isn't a loser. He buys the diffuser. There's a couple of those players going towards long, and right now he doesn't really want to try to contest this one. He's going to be able to throw down the Molotov and get the hell out of here, as again NBK doesn't really have a single player back him up, as if he would have died at that position, that would again put Vitality in a pretty detrimental position. You can see that the NoChance players are being quite careful in their approach here. Alright, by now they're just sticking together, going towards the long. As Apex, yep, he definitely heard a couple of those players making their way towards toilets. But right now I think it's only Apex they're holding off towards long. I'm not really sure where Z was looking at, but apparently nowhere, as he does go down to the hands of Michael. And right now, yes, he can't really get out of there. NBK Apex somehow survives this one. There's still gonna be a lot more players coming his way. He still walks at the crosshairs there of Nukia. And right now, RPK, he might just be the man to stop this bomb plan as he's playing with the time here. But as we can see, they know the positioning here of RPK, and I think the bomb will go down for the banks. So it shouldn't be too bad. Happy, nice attempt there. But of course, Croman was looking for that smoke push. And that will be another round here for NoChance. This is now looking pretty awful for Vitality. We can see that money, yeah, they kind of have it, but I'll actually try to go for the force spy here. I wouldn't be too surprised, especially because they have very little of rounds to work with here on this first half. Right, Apex goes for a straight up AWP purchase. I guess the good thing is if, well, shall I say the bad thing is for Vitality, if say Apex ends up dying with that sniper all of his, he can still have one of his teammates actually try to recover it and maybe get a kill on the back of it. So I kind of see the idea here for Apex. It's just that, again, he's like the only guy here towards long, and I don't know, Apex. Maybe that AWP would be better in someone else's hands, but we'll see how it's going to work out for Vitality. Again, Z in a pretty peculiar position because, like I said earlier, I mean, it's so difficult to be holding off connector by your lonesome, especially with the fact that you have to be looking towards the upper part of connector as well as the lower one pretty much at the same time. And well, the good thing here for Vitality, at least NBK finds a kill as well as Z when he drops the bomb carrier. So that's a massive kill right now for Z. Recovers the rifle, but he can't do a single kill with it, not to mention any damage. So it looks like, yes, the bomb is now back in the possession here of NoChance, but where on earth they want to be going? They're making a lot of footsteps here towards the toilets area. But it doesn't look like they necessarily want to try to commit here. In fact, there's a couple of smoke grenades deployed, but just going to back away. Move on back towards B bombs, and NBK's here finds one kill with CZ. Now, if anything, Vitality will now realize where this push is taking place. They're going to realize that with 10 seconds remaining, it just has to be the B bombs. So they push for NoChance, as they actually don't even have a lot of time to work with. They need to find these kills, and there's one for Michael, and a lot more to find here for Vitality. There's Apex up in the heaven. Happy doesn't stop the bomb plant. Oh no, now it's all up to Apex to try to get this one in. But I mean, it's such a difficult scenario for him. How on earth is he going to be winning this 1-on-2 with the players actually... Oh, there's Rad peeking into his crosshairs. So this makes things a bit more doable here for Apex, but as he jumps down in, Michael gets the kill, and there's in fact 4 kills for Michael and 12 rounds for NoChance. Well, NoChance want to try to keep this thing pretty simple. I must say, though, the nade there of RPK did do some pretty good damage on Croman and Crystal. It looks like they're just going to continue on moving forward. There's Croman with the kill. Happy right behind the pillar with that sniper out of his, but I'm not sure. Yes, he cannot win the fight against Michael. It looks like they're just going to continue on with their push here on the bomb site. It's NBK getting closer and ever so closer with an M4 of his. But as we can see, this round is pretty much over here for the likes of Vitality. There's Apex in the heaven area. Well, there's a lot more kills he has to find here. A double peek comes in, and there's 13 rounds for NoChance in comparison to Vitality's only 2 rounds. That is a pretty bad scoreline here for Vitality. You can't deny it, folks. With them now having only 2 rounds, this could be it. I mean, imagine if NoChance ended up picking up the pistol round. That could be it. NoChance at that point would be at 15 rounds and even that one step closer to win the second map. One thing I didn't expect, I mean, how one-sided this match was going to turn out to be. Like, this is just a NoChance show. If the first map saw Vitality having a pretty easy affair on a map I really didn't expect them to win, the second map, this is This is brutal here. NoChance able to win every single gunfight, it seems like. And I can't really say they've been struggling too much here in the first half. Seems to be like the Vitality players aren't going to be committing to one of these bomb sites just yet. In fact, the bomb carrier, it looked like at one point he might just try to go move back towards T-spawn, but I'm not really sure why you'd be doing that, especially when you have in connector control. So it looks like the Vitality players might just try to set up for this bomb site push right now. They have a couple of those Molotovs and as well as smoke grenades in their possession. Also, that's just exactly what they're doing right now. Crowman, of course, he sees a lot of these players coming in. There's the first kill for Crowman. Most importantly, Vitality gonna get down with that push, but there's NBK and Apex finding some crucial shots. Not really sure why Nuka decides to go for the hero play for the smoke, but this is definitely going to be around here for Vitality unless they can somehow screw this one up. That should definitely not be the case here for the likes of Vitality. There's still Michael Lily getting the kill. There's, in fact, Happy now. And Rad left in a pretty difficult 1-on-3. He does get a headshot on Happy. But I mean, like I said, this shouldn't be the round here for Rad. There we go. There's Apex finding the last kill. And most importantly, a pistol round for Vitality means that they're very much in the game. It's still not the end here for the Frenchmen. They might just be able to show us some great CS after all. Maybe they just didn't have a decent amount of success in the first half. With that pistol right now being acquired, who knows how the second half is going to turn out. Looks like the Vitality players, with them having the good weapons here, the long-range weapons in this scenario, they're going to be taking over long control and pretty swiftly at that. The NoChance players are putting a bit more emphasis, it looks like, on the B side defensive. But even they themselves now have a couple of guys that made their way back on the A side. It does look like NoChance gonna be out of this round pretty much. There's not a single player there at the bomb site. Crowman was the closest one, right behind the stairs, but yes, NoChance gonna have a very difficult time to try to attempt the retake, though those nades actually land like straight up in the face of Zivu. So there's some damage being dealt by NoChance, but I'm not really sure if the pistols can find anything at this point. Them having the pistols, they're still trying to do whatever they can here. RPK is able to line up the second spray, but not the kill though. It seems to be, yes, a pretty good round here for Vitality. They end up losing one of the players so far. Not really sure if Crystal's gonna be too content with saving that MP5, but I mean, why not at this point if you're, say, Crystal? Might as well try to keep it, or not. Happy's gonna find all 3 kills. That's going to be one more round for Vitality. Some fast-paced map control from Vitality. Because in this round, it's what, about 20 seconds have passed and they're pretty much out here towards the toilets area. Not sure if Zivu will be able to spawn yet, but there's some damage being dealt. Looks like he has been spotted out, and Zivu gonna continue on pushing through the smoke. It is a bit of a mistake as there was 2 players stationed here, Michael Hella alongside Nukia. So I do wonder whether Vitality continue on pushing on this bomb site. That seems to be a possibility. But again, I mean, they did lose one of their players pretty early on here. And in fact, there's Nukia fighting kill on ABK. Michael just running and gunning with that Tomasovich. But you can see that this will be just another round here for NoChance in the books. They may not have been able to win the pistol round, but they sure as hell will win this gun round. You can see an RPK. Yes, he's just going to get double peaked. That's going to be the round here for NoChance. Quite a not bad one for Nukia, as he's able to get 4 kills. But the Vitality players, they still have some money remaining, but it's obviously not too much. 3 rifles will be good to go. Actually, even 4 rifles. So, okay, as far as investments go, I guess it's not too bad. It's just that I think RPK only has the pistol, right? Oh, he actually has the rifle as well, so this isn't looking too shabby for Vitality. 5 rifles coming in. We'll just have to wait and see how much success can he gather in the round like this. Michael Lille. Could be some early nade damage on the Vitality players. In fact, it is. That was a head dunk on Vitality's Zivu. There's going to be a couple of these Vitality players stationed in the connector area. Not necessarily committing to one of the bomb site pushes just yet. So they're going to be holding quite fast. But there's Brad actually being boosted up, and somehow NBK still finds the kill. In fact, Apex chimes in with a kill of his own. So I wouldn't be too surprised if at this point Vitality will just continue on moving forward on this bomb site. That seems to be a very good chance for them. Actually try to get the bomb plant in. I'm not really sure if Crystal has a teammate backing him up. I think... Alright, he does have Michael here, right from heaven. So now at 40 seconds remaining, I would presume that Vitality can continue on with this push on the bomb site. He's going to be able to spot out a couple of these players, but there's a lot more to go here if you want to try to stop this push. Now it's all in the hands of Nukia to try to get this clutch in, which will be quite a difficult task for him as Vitality. They will be able to plant the bomb though. So Nukia is actually going to drop the bomb carrier, so there's one chance here for Vitality. Oh, would you look at that? Nukia's able to find one more kill, and there's 3 kills for Nukia. Somehow is able to pull that one off, and Vitality screw it up. How do you do that if you're Vitality? You had such a good chance to actually plant the bomb, and yet they just line up there for Nukia. Oh man, that sucks for Vitality. Oh boy. Well, this seems to be the beginning of the end here for Vitality. They will be going for a full-on force buy here. There's the Deagles in their possession, but really nothing more than that. Yeah, this is just looking like a horrid round right now for Vitality. There's Mike Lille alongside Rad finding kills here. It looks like Happy's not going to have a good time during connector. Right now, the players are just spread out across the map, trying to go for individual aim duels, and they're not succeeding in any of them. It's all up to Happy to try to get this clutch. 5 HP, good for 1 Deagle headshot. There's still a lot more players to kill, and there we go. There's going to be a pretty convincing second map here by NoChance, 16-4.